mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and another grocery haul and meal plan for the week for my large family of 6. If you have been following along, I've been doing a little series where each week I've been shopping from a different supermarket, trying them out, comparing their service, and this week we are looking at Asda. So stay tuned to the end for not just the meal plan, but for what I thought of their service and how they stack up against the other supermarkets. This week's haul is also pretty exciting because we have not one, but 2 family celebrations and food to go with them. So stay tuned to find out what they are all about. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. As well as haul videos and meal planning, I do lots of vlogs, life hacks and organization stuff, all the parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice you need to make your life easier. Now let's take a look at what I bought, and then at the end of the video we will do the comparison and the meal plan. Starting over here with fruit, and we've got some bits and pieces we don't normally have. So we've got bananas, which we always get. We've got the pink lady apples, which I always kind of go for. They're our favourite because they're sweet and juicy. I've got some pears. I'm not fussed on pears. I just think they're a bit boring. Like, I don't really object to them, I just prefer other fruit. But I thought I would buy them for the children, see what they thought of them. I think last time I bought them they weren't especially fussed, but it's probably a good idea to sort of reintroduce things every now and again. I've got some peaches. Now I love tinned peaches, but they're obviously full of all sweetness and juice and stuff. So I thought, well, if I like tinned peaches, perhaps we should have some actual peaches. We're going to try those this week for the children as well. I don't know whether they're going to be fussed on the skins. I don't especially want to have to peel them. I guess we just slice them up and see how we go. Anyway, let me know, do your children like peaches? What is your child's favourite fruit? Or is there anything they absolutely won't touch? So I'll be interested to see if the children like those. But I also got flat peaches. I've had both of these before, but if I'm honest, I can't remember which ones I liked and what the difference was. So I think they're also called donut peaches sometimes, those, aren't they? Anyway, got those as well. We've got our usual strawberries, which I think that's a pretty good price for strawberries compared to what we normally pay. I think we normally do a kind of a 2 for £3 on strawberries. Now I don't know, perhaps that's a slightly smaller container. It doesn't look like it, but I would say well done Asda, that's a good price for strawberries. And then raspberries, they're £1.49 anyway, and quite often they are 2 packs for £3 most other places. So far I'd say Asda's stacking up pretty well on the prices for fruit. Then we've got a lettuce, which is going into one of our meals that we are trying again for sort of the second time. Stay tuned to the meal plan at the end so I can explain all about that. Then we've got, those are not peaches, those are peaches. Those are onions. I thought that belonged to that then, got totally confused. We've got some onions that are going in a few things. Peppers, which are going in a few things. I'm actually going to use those peppers for the salad because I've already got peppers that I bought fresh before and I had too many of them. So we chop them up and chuck them in the freezer. That's often an easier way to do it anyway, if you're not sure exactly when in the week you're going to use things, because that way you've got sort of, they're as nice as fresh peppers, but they keep longer. So the frozen peppers will go in the cooking I'm doing. These are going in the salad. The salad, which I put on the table at every meal now, unless it's got gravy on it, because that would be weird. And the family are eating, so that's the spinach, some peppers and some other bits as well. So the cherry tomatoes are going in. These, I was buying the bigger tomatoes, but these are so much nicer and so much sweeter, these little tiny baby ones. And I know there's sort of a choking hazard. Technically I'd have to cut them up if I was giving them to little ones. But if I'm honest, I'm the only one that ends up eating tomatoes, so no hazard there, it's just me. Then I've got baby corn, which is going into some meals, obviously not just salad, and carrot battens. Now carrot battens, the children love to do what they call dippy in with some hummus at either snack time or lunchtime. They also like a bit of hummus in their sandwiches instead of a spread. They're really enjoying that. But also carrot battens go in with a little bit of salad. And I've got some celery for a change this week. Don't normally buy celery. And some mushrooms. Now I love mushrooms and Zara loves mushrooms. Everyone else thinks they are fungus. I mean, they are fungus, but you know, thinks they're poison and they wouldn't eat them. But I'm gonna do, for my lunch one day while the children are having some sandwiches, some kind of stir fry with some celery and mushrooms and bits and pieces like that. Just because, you know, why not? So if I can't put them in like main food, although I will put them in one of the dishes that I'm doing because I can kind of, well, I'll explain at the end, Zara and I are having mushrooms one evening this week, but other than that, they're going in my lunchy stuff. I've got cucumber. Bella is currently obsessed with cucumber. That either goes in a salad or gets cut into battens for more dipping hummus. Then I've got some new potatoes to go with a couple of meals. At the back here, we've got some Asda own version of kids smoothies. Now I give the children these little pouch smoothies on the weekend for breakfast. Even though we're still in lockdown and my children still aren't back to school, I try and differentiate the weekdays and the weekends. So weeknights, on a school night, they still have a normal bedtime and sort of a basic breakfast of fruit and cereal. And on the weekends, we have a more flamboyant breakfast. So they have maybe some pain au chocolat or some smoothies and things, as well as their fruit and cereal and stuff. Sort of just a more leisurely breakfast. Anyway, they like the, what are they called? Innocent ones. I've tried buying them normal smoothies, like the kind you'd make that would be quite lumpy, and they just don't go down well. They don't go down well at all. So I bought these hoping that they are thinner enough, I guess, that the children enjoy them. I wasn't sure which flavour they'd like, so I got them all to try. I think they've got a pretty good date on them. Have you tried those? Are they like the innocent ones? Let me know. Okay, across 2 milk, pretty standard, 2 lots of 4 pints of full fat milk. Then we've got some mozzarella, which I do buy this grated. I used to buy, just because it's easier, grated cheddar. I now just buy it in blocks and I use my grater box thingy because it's so easy and it doesn't take that long. And that works out a lot cheaper way to buy cheddar. I always buy mature, by the way, because it's a bit more oomph to it. But the mozzarella is such a pain in the bottom to grate that is far easier to buy grated. That's much more sort of worth it. Snack sausage rolls. They are for lunches, but specifically for my teenager has requested, we're doing like a birthday lunch because yes, my quarantine teenager is turning 16 this week. 16 on Thursday. So in fact, on Thursday, we've got his interview with a teenager. So make sure you tune in for that. And then I will be vlogging his birthday on Thursday. So you'll see what we're eating on Thursday. And when that will be out on Sunday. Over here then we've got 2 packs of lean steak mince. I will put the price up on, oh no, I don't need to put the price up on screen, they're on here. I thought they were a really good price for steak mince because again, a lot of places have 3 packs of mince for a tenner. So Asda is doing quite well, I felt, on bits like that. And then we've got this Gammon Joint, which I must admit, I'm not sure that's going to do the 6 of us. Or I'll have to like bulk it out with something. I'm not sure. That's sort of smaller than I thought it would be. I don't know whether I might have to bulk that out with some sausages or something as well. But basically I will be doing gammon one night. I will explain what that's going with at the end. Then small freezer section today, just some bake at home Yorkshires. I've got 2 boxes of those because they went into my backup box and we were out of them. And then we've got 1 pack of garlic baguette to go with one of our meals. And we've got some sliced frozen carrots. I just find that's the easiest way to have them and I just bung those in the steamer. We use loads of frozen veg for cooking. I kind of use the fresh veg for salads and things for some cooking, but when it comes to peas, green beans, carrots, things like that, I just find it's easier to have a bag of frozen. They kind of keep better and then you just bung them in the steamer. Super easy to throw alongside any meal. Right, I'm going to put this fresh and frozen away and then I'm going to show you the dry. All that chilled stuff and frozen stuff is away, on to dry. So we've got 1 double strength, no added sugar orange squash to fill up our fridge jugs. We just use a tiny bit in the bottom of the fridge jug and that stays nice and icy cold and gets bunged on the table for meals. We've got honey to go with the gammon. Now, I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, do head over there after you finish watching this and give me a follow. We lost a jar of honey before and it was like, where is this honey? I swear someone moved it and I was just turning the place upside down. And it was just in, kind of disguised as another jar. But I actually think maybe fairies moved it and then put it back because it was not where we were looking, I swear. But have you ever done that where you just cannot find something and then it shows up even though you've searched that same place 18 billion times? Anyway. That's the saga of the honey, because I know some of you were messaging me about that, getting rather stressed. We have got some olives. I love olives, and the baby, as in Zara, who's 3, not really a baby, loves olives, and they are for our homemade pizzas. I think I might bung some of those on my salad as well, because yum yum. We've got a box of Crunchy Nut cornflakes, which is one of the cereal choices that we have for the children in the mornings. And then we've got these. You guys have been raving about these and told me I absolutely have to try them. So guess what we're doing? We're trying it this week. It's absolutely happening. Now, we tried the crispy tacos before and a couple of the family liked them, but most of them just found them a bit of a pain and everything was falling out and there was a lot of complaining. Now these, by all accounts, are easier. We didn't even use the mince last time because it was during my Sainsbury's haul, and then when I looked at the mince, we had it on Monday and I hadn't checked the dates. I'm normally really careful with checking dates. I hadn't checked the dates and I went to use it on Wednesday, it was out of date. Anyway, we are doing it this week. We're going to try it with the mince as well, so I'll feed back and let you know how that goes. We've got pineapple slices. That's actually for 2 meals this week. 2 meals have got pineapple slices, so that's why we've got 2 jars of that. We've got some white rice, which is going with, I think, another 2 meals this week, so stay tuned for that. One of the meals is curry, so we've got some plain naans. I don't know if these are as nice as the naan breads we've been having from Morrison's. The ones from Morrison's are amazing. So I'll let you know how these are. These just seem like normal supermarket naan breads. The Morrison's ones are just like divine. They're like as you would have in a restaurant. We've got 2 packs of Poppadoms. I bought mini Poppadoms last week. They were quite good. But then we've just got bigger ones again this time. I think I just forgot to look for mini ones. I did intend to, and then, but no, it doesn't matter. Big ones are fine. I've got some wraps, which I am actually going to put some wraps out with the taco boat kit as well. Or I'll have them like in stock ready in case anyone's like, I really don't like those, and then they can just use a wrap instead. But we also use wraps at lunch times and for the base for homemade pizzas. So stay tuned for the meal plan. I'll explain about that. Then we've got some bread, my 50-50 compromise, because I know my husband and children would rather I bought white bread, but this is my nod towards let's be healthy, guys, let's be healthy. We've got these nice big rolls. Now, my teenager has requested burgers, because on their birthdays I always say, what do you want as your meal? He wants burgers and chips and beans. You know, no judgment, that's what you want, for his birthday meal. So some of those, and in fact that is his birthday, so luckily they will still be in date just on that day. But we can also use these for lunches, and they were on 3 for £2. So basically they're £1 each, so 3 for 2. I thought that was quite good value for those, and as it's Monday today, quite pleased, you know, that they'll last till Thursday. That's kind of cool. On to Don't Judge Me. Now do let me know what's in your Don't Judge Me section this week. But our Don't Judge Me section has got some celebration items in it, so I'll talk you through that. First of all, this doesn't belong in Don't Judge Me. I don't know how it made it over here. It's baking powder. It's bicarbonate of soda I tried to buy, and I've ended up with baking powder. That's not the same thing, is it? I wanted bicarbonate of soda for cleaning purposes. So what's this? This is not bicarbonate of soda. I don't know what this is. I probably can't use this. Oh well, I guess we can use it for baking, but we can't use it for what I was going to use it for. Never mind. Back to the Don't Judge Me. As I said, it is my teenager's birthday, so we are going to get to this stuff in a second. So first Don't Judge Me item, massive bag of crisps. The children have some crisps on some days with their lunches. My husband eats crisps probably most days. But we will definitely, when we do on my teenager's birthday for lunch, we're going to do like a birthday party lunch, including crisps, and it ain't a party without party rings. So we've got party rings to go with that. So they're just going to have sandwiches and crisps and all those bits and pieces, and just a really like a kiddie tea party. And I know he's 16, he's too old for that, but who doesn't like that? We've got 3 bottles of lockdown juice. I know technically lockdown is releasing in some places in the country, but in Wales we're still reasonably locked down, which brings me to this cake, which is not for my teenager. This is for the second celebration that we're having this week. Today in Wales, I'm filming this on Monday, we'll put the date on the screen, marks the first day we're allowed to form a bubble with one other household. And what that means is that we're allowed one other household, and you can kind of pretend like you live in the same house. So we can go to their house or they can come to our house, and you're allowed to hug them and whatever. So we are going to be bubbling with my mother-in-law, and it will be the first time the children have seen their grandmother since beginning of March, so we missed Mother's Day, we missed all that. So today we are having a celebration cake and we're pretending it's sort of Mother's Day. We're calling it Bubble Day. Anyway, so we're having a celebration cake because who doesn't love cake and who doesn't love frozen? So that's what that's for. So she will be coming round today and we can't wait to see her. So that's really lovely. We've got this treat-sized chocolate bar bag where they do Asda versions of the chocolate bar. So I guess that's supposed to be a Mars, maybe a Snickers. I'm guessing, is that supposed to be a Milky Way? Not sure. Is that supposed to be a Twix? Am I getting these right, guys? Is that supposed to be an Aero? Is that right? Is that what those sort of are? You know, not pretending to be. That's basically what they are, isn't it? Anyway, have you tried those? Are they any good? We've had them ages ago. I think they were okay. Can't remember. It was such a long time ago. Then we've got mini breadsticks, which we will use as snacks someday, but I will also put out as part of the picky party food. Got this birthday banner for my birthday boy. I can't believe he's going to be 16. Oh my goodness. We've got some happy birthday candles, which I wanted the 16, the 1 and the 6 candles as well, but they haven't come, so I'm going to have to Amazon Prime those and hope they come in time. Now this cake, as I mentioned, he wants burgers. Burgers are his favourite food. I thought this burger cake was just perfect. I went to order it from Asda and it was out of stock. So how have I got it? Now, confession, this isn't actually part of my haul. It was supposed to be part of my haul, and then this wasn't delivered yet today. This was actually brought yesterday. My auntie went to Asda because she was going anyway and picked up this cake for him. So this does not technically form part of the haul, but I wanted to show it to you because it is from Asda and I actually think it's really pretty. So I think it's just like normal sponge and icing, and in the middle it's chocolate sponge. My teenager's thrilled with that anyway, because he's all about his burgers. So that's my Don't Judge Me. Now we're on to meal planning, what we really thought of Asda and the comparison. But do not forget to tell me what you're having in your Don't Judge Me this week. So the total spend for that shop is on screen now, and bear in mind that does not include the burger cake because that was brought by my auntie. The other thing you've got to bear in mind is there is a delivery charge in with that price because I don't have any form of subscription delivery with Asda. So before we get onto the meal plan, let's compare Asda with the other supermarkets we've looked at so far. Honest opinions of Asda. Let's start with the negatives. Don't like to be negative, so we'll get those out of the way. They only do 2-hour delivery slots, which might not be a problem for some people. And by 2-hour delivery slots, I mean a slot from 7 till 9 as opposed to 7 till 8. And some of the supermarkets do, you can choose like from 7:30 till 8:30. And you can choose sort of quite specific delivery slots. They only do 2-hourly, which say might not be a problem for you. But when my children go back to school, I'm going to be on a really tight schedule because I'm going to be doing 3 school runs a day. So I'm going to have to be at the school at 9 and again at 11:30. So I wouldn't be able to have a 9 till 11 slot because I wouldn't necessarily be back in time. So that might be problematic for some people if you've got like a really busy schedule to adhere to. So that's just something worth bearing in mind. I thought their prices were very good. They had a lot of things that were indicated as rollback, and I did choose those products on purpose. And I would say that some of the products have come up a lot cheaper, as I've said through the haul, than other places. So price-wise, I would say Asda's pretty good. I quite liked a lot of the Asda alternatives to main products. I mean, we haven't actually tried those smoothie drinks yet, but if they are a good alternative for the branded option and they're cheaper, then that gets a thumbs up from me. Slot availability, Asda hasn't been good. So I haven't been shopping with Asda till recently because some of the other supermarkets have had pretty good slot availability in this area. And I would just hasten to add that different areas are going to be very different. But in this area now, I would say most of the supermarkets have got pretty free availability for most slots. You might have to check back a little bit, but we're sort of at pre-lockdown levels now. Someone asked me in the comments last week to mention as a comparison the limits for items. Now Tesco still have it capped, I think it's at 85 items. Now Asda don't have cap like that, and I don't think Sainsbury's had a cap like that, or Morrison's, and they're the ones that we've compared so far. If you want to go back, I will link the whole series of this kind of week by week comparison that I've been doing. So Sainsbury's, Morrison's and now Asda don't seem to have a limit on the total number of items you can have. Morrison's have still got a, you can only have 3 of this or you can only have 3 of that. But Asda, I didn't really notice any you can't have more than a certain number of anything while I was shopping, so they seem to have really, really good availability now. Overall, I am really liking Asda. The 2-hour slot thing might be a bit more of a problem for me in September when I'm doing those 3 school runs a day, but when perhaps my children are all full-time, that might be a bit easier, or maybe I'd have to only look at having deliveries in the evenings as an option. So which supermarket do you use? How do you rate them? How have you found slot availability? If you are getting deliveries, let me know in the comments. And now let's have a look at the meal plan. Now we come over to my organisation station where I do my shopping list. So we just write on this with these pens, anything we need gets added on there, but I've cleaned that off because obviously I've just done a shop. And then here is our meal plan for the week. Now if you want to put your own one of these together, including all these little calendar items and things, I will link the blog post where that details how you can do that, including everything you need. Now we come to our meal plan. Tonight we are having the stand and stuff tacos alongside the fajitas on the side, just in case my fajitas aren't fussed on the tacos. So I've got the tacos with the mince and all the stuff in the kit and grated cheese, but I'm also going to do a little bit of chicken fajita mix, just in case. Just a little bit in case anyone's not fussed on it. My fajitas, I personally find, are far more likely to try something new if they are trying it alongside something they're already familiar with. So just a little tip there if you are struggling to get your family to try new things. Tomorrow night we're having a spaghetti bolognese, most of the stuff of which I already had in stock to make it, including the pasta, but I have bought the mince and the grated cheese and the garlic bread to go with that today. Then on Wednesday we are having the gammon with pineapple, honey, peas that I already had, new potatoes. Then Thursday is a burgers because that's my quarantine age's birthday and that's what he wanted for his birthday meal. So he's got burgers in buns and also some chips, which I already had in stock, and some baked beans to go with that, which I already had too. Friday, we're doing sweet and sour chicken. Again, most of the stuff I already had because I've already got a load of frozen chicken in the freezer, or just had the stuff to do the sweet and sour chicken sauce. Already got the noodles, I bought the rice today. Then Saturday, we're doing curry. Again, had the chicken, had the stuff for the sauces, but I bought the naans and the poppadoms, and I already had the mango chutney. And then Sunday, we are having roast chicken. Already had the chicken. I did buy the carrots today, but already had most of the vegetables and the gravy, and I probably will use a few of the new potatoes if they are left over to go with that as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. My latest video is across here, and another video you may enjoy from my channel is just down here. See you guys soon.